Good morning, everyone. Let me fix this real fast. I hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday so far. Today, I'm not complaining, unlike most other days, especially when the weather it's not so pleasant. I love snow as long as it's coming down on my day off. So today just so happened to be my day off, and you guys have no clue how good this is feel. You know what I'm saying? For some of you that don't live in America or in countries where it snows, you have no clue how depressing it is having to get up early in the morning, get ready for work while it's snowing. Imagine you having to walk outside, right? Let me take a quick look outside and show you guys what's going on out there. All right. I really don't miss days where there's a snowstorm and yet you still have to go to work. All right, check this out. I woke up to this. I had already made plans. I was supposed to rent a U-Haul truck because I got a few things I need to move around, and that's my car right there. All right, and boom, my mom is telling me it's snowing outside. I'm like, bullshit, snowing? What do you mean it's snowing? I pick out the window, and this is I'm waking up to, guys. Let me flip the screen. It is very, very um, depressing to live in a country where your view could be like this. I love the snow. I love the landscape after it snows, right? Obviously, as you can see. However, when you have to go to work, guys, it is not pretty. Now, remind you, I will have to clean all the snow off my vehicle while the engine is on, right? And then if you didn't receive any type of notification at your job to stay home, no matter how long it takes you, you're still driving to work. I don't have no beef with that. I don't have no issues with that, right? This is just my front entry. So I'm going back in the house. So I'm about to show you what it's really looking like in the backyard, right? So I'm through the living room, and here I am, and this is the view in my backyard. Guys, I'm not complaining at all, but the fact that this is taking place on my day off, it's so refreshing. Guys, you have no clue how refreshing this is. If you know what it means to wake up to snow on, when you have a whole shift in front of you, guys, you may not understand my excitement at this moment. Let me take a seat so we can have a conversation about this. This is just a kickstart before, to the video. Let me set my tripod on the table, and guys, so we can talk about this. All right. Oh, snap. All right. It's better. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're joining for the very first time. Today's life there's really not a topic. I just wanted to hop on real quick to show you how excited I am knowing that on a snow day, I don't even have to go to work. And it really leads me to talk about some of the issues that most Africans living in the diaspora go through consistently, whether it is assisting some family members back home with whatever it is that they need. You know what I'm saying? If you guys been following me for a while, you guys kind of understand where I stand when it comes down to assisting family members financially who are still in the continent. What that does create, though, it makes them lazy. It makes them hopeful any time they are going through a financial crisis. They will pick up the phone and reach out to you, and you're about to, withdraw some cash out of your account and drive to the nearby Western Union and wire the money to them. Whereas all of that, there's no issues with that at all. But I also want you guys to look at it more on a different lens, right? Because when your family members or friends are so used to you sending them money all the time, what is going to happen is the day you wouldn't be tied up where you realize that, oh, snap, like I got bills on my own, I need to pay, they're not getting paid. At least I need to, look out for myself this time, and they will have to wait. And that's the moment they start hating on you because why? You already got them used to receiving something from you every single time they ask for it. And we also need to understand it's not an obligation. Every single time somebody picks up the phone, calls you from the continent, you cannot always be sending money to them as if they earned it, right? You are the one who wakes up every morning to this type of weather because it's snowing outside, right? Clean the snow, drive as cautiously as you can drive, risk so many auto accidents to get to work, to make the money, so you can have something available in your bank account. And then as soon as somebody picks up the phone and call you, you're about to send money to them. Guys, we need to also enjoy our efforts. We need to enjoy the time we spend, making this money. If you think it's okay to do that, that is fine. I'm not saying you should not be helping or assisting family members financially back home, but it needs to be in moderation. When they are used to that to some extent, and you are actually not helping your case, it turns them into a charity case. Every single time they want something, they know they're gonna call you, and you're gonna send money to them. That's why when I got friends, family, I'm going through or I'm dealing with that, the way I tell them is like, listen, I'm not making any promises. I will see what I can do. If I have something, again, it's not a promise. I will, remember this. If not, I also got stuff going on that I have to worry about, right? And another thing that most our brothers and sisters in the continent do, they will call you as, oh, can I borrow a couple of hundreds because I got this going on. I have never lent money to a friend or a family member back home that I got back. You know why? They think when the moment you sent money to them, don't even expect that money will ever come back here. They will never ever wire money back to you, right? The only way you could do that if you want some money back, it's through investment. When you are investing in the continent, you're creating some type of passive income, and you have reliable people who are working for you, are running your business. Then you can start seeing some revenues from that. But when it comes down to borrow, like lending money, or sending to friends and family, you're not gonna get anything back. I'm Christian. I believe in blessing with you. The more people you help, the more blessing you will receive, right? So I believe in those principles in the concept, in the logic that God provide abundance of goods to us one way or the other, as long as we are doing good things what we're supposed to do. There are people who are in need. We need to be assisting people who are marginalized, who don't have means, right? And I believe in that. I do that to get blessings in returns because I want to keep doing the things that I'm doing. And in the position that I have now, or my financial status, is due to the good things I have done, and I'm so grateful for it. But the first people that they deserve this, it's my parents, right? My mom and my dad, peace to his soul. They've done everything they could to get where I am today, right? Even though they were not here physically with me, but the way they raised me, it made me the man that I am today. If I owe anything, I owe it to my mom or my family, right? Even my own siblings, I have to tell them like, listen, I will help out when I do have it, but it's not an obligation. I am not under circumstances in any type of obligation to send money to anyone when they ask for it. You know what I'm saying? And I have to make it abundantly clear because if I'm not looking out for myself, especially someone like me who wants to retire at an earlier age, right? How am I going to achieve that objective if I just keep if I turn into a charity, like if people are looking at me as a bank account or like a whole bank, I'm not a bank to be sending money to people. You know how much debts that we have to pay here every month? Having a cell phone in America in itself, every like you have a monthly bill, rent, just nothing for that. In order for me to go live from my house, the internet I pay for it monthly. Whereas coming from places like Africa, you have the option. So you need to have internet, you pay for it, right? If you don't pay for the internet, like I can, pay for the internet for my phone and do as many uploads as I can until it runs out. Then I get to decide whether I am going to buy more or not, right? But here, that's not how it works. If you want, Wi-Fi 24/7, it's got to be a monthly fee that you pay, right? Just the two things combined, those are the ways that you guys are even able to get those Western Union wire transfers is because we have a Wi-Fi available. If those things didn't exist, I can only imagine what life will be like. You know what I'm saying? So if those weren't present, do you mean to tell me those family members back home they will not survive? That is a bold lie. Every time I go to Africa, right? I go to Congo, for instance. I spend time with friends, family. We go out, we hang out, we drink and eat, all of that good stuff, right? I've never seen a single person like they always complain that they don't have money, but comes 5, 6 p.m., go to local bars and see how flooded it gets by people. And these are by the same people who picks up the phone calling you every time asking for money. It does not mean if you don't send them the money, they're never going to have money to spend on alcohol or to just have a good time. That's why I want you guys to value your efforts more because if you don't put yourself first, nobody, I mean nobody will ever come to your rescue when you are going through difficult financial situations. I'm a fair guy. I tend to um, you know, just I tell people for what it is. I don't want y'all or us to ever live this endless Western lifestyle where we work every single day, and by the time you retire, you're already past 65 years old, and God knows how much medical health issues you already have throughout the years you've worked due to the poor healthcare system here in America and all the junk food that we eat every single day. And if you put all of these things together, it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's poisonous. In the long run, by the time you retire, you don't even have 10 more years to live to enjoy your money. And that's why I believe in living in the moment. Like I'm enjoying my money now as I make my money, and that's how I enjoy it. So you're not going to convince me to wait till I'm like 60 plus years old before I can, see some real numbers in my. I just so I can see some changes in my bank account. I mean, in my personal life. That's not how it works. As a black person, especially as an African coming from who like moved to America from the continent, I live my life. If I need to travel, I get on the airplane, I fly somewhere, I live my best life. You know what I'm saying? And guys, we should be doing the same thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't help family members, but think more before you get to that. Because at the end of the day, we are all we have. Family members back home, they're never going to get it. They're never going to understand it. You know what I'm saying? But some of us, we are so kind and you know, kind-hearted enough to drive to these locations to wire money to our family members and friends, but what do we get in returns, right? To me, when I do it, it has to be with a good cause. If it's not like a medical emergency, which is like life-threatening, I'm not sending no money. Talk to me about business. What are the business, opportunities available now on the ground that I could also take advantage of? Because I'm tired of just waiting every week to get a paycheck. I want another source of income coming from somewhere that I can rely on should things go south, living here in America. And that's one thing I try to tell people on my videos. I encourage Africans in the diaspora to go back to the motherland to invest and empower other young Africans, the African youth, to do the same thing, knowing that entrepreneurship is something that could get us out of this type of predicament. Do you know how many Africans living in the diaspora want to move back to the continent, but they can't because they don't have a passive or a sustainable source of income that will finance their lifestyle? So many of them. All the Congolese folks in my community here where I live in Pennsylvania, that's all they want to do. They're building homes. They're like, the moment my house is built, it's done, I'm about to go over there for a whole year to kind of, refreshing myself, like to have a peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? And again, I don't blame them because we see what's going on in this country. Every time people are so stressed out. But when we talk about these issues, some people don't seem, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't seem to get it. But when we talk about these issues, people in the continent who want to move to America, they think that we're only doing that to keep them away from here. Listen, y'all can take it however you like, but it's not going to change the fact that this is the reality. I'm not. What power do I have to keep someone from flying to America to look for a better life if that's what they're looking for coming here? That's why I tell people, if you're looking for a better quality of life coming to America, you are coming here for the wrong reason. Your quality of life will decline moving to America. Your mental health will be so much more effective because of the way the system is set up. But if you're coming to America for employment opportunities, you're coming to America to make money, then you're coming here for the right reason. And that's why I always tell people, come here, get your coins up, invest back in the motherland. And then when you feel like your investments are now enough to the point where if you move back home to run your business or real estate, whatever it is that you build, your empire, you're not gonna want to come back here because the way I live in America and how much, energy, time, effort that I put in to make the money that I make, if I ever find a way out, I will be like sweating bullets. I would be devastated coming back to American workforce. I would not do that to myself. I would rather remain in it until I see a light at the end of the tunnel. And guys, that's one of the what that's the most important things and feeling that you can possibly have if those things apply to you. Listen, you don't need to take my word for it. All you have to do today, internet is full of information, very pertinent information that's available out there that you have access to. Do your own research. It goes the same with us Africans living in a diaspora. We do research on relocating to the motherland. We have to research business opportunities that exist there. All of this stuff. Guys, life is short, and this is your only chance you have to live it up. I only had 3 people so far watching. That's enough for me. It's in plural. Thank you guys again for tuning in. But do me a favor though, share this live stream with a friend so I can get more tractions. I want to start making more videos like this so we can have a very good conversation in the comment section below and tackle some of the issues that some of us have always endured or gone through living in America or in the West in general. to raise awareness to some of our brothers and sisters in the continent who are willing to come here so that they are aware, they know what to expect, so that they won't say nobody told me or I didn't know better. I hope this video finds you well. Have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.